Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? Alright, I'm back with a new prop. I'm sorry that I haven't done one of these in like about 3 or 4 months. I did this snowboarding video, but that was just I was just up on the hill. I decided to film something because I haven't done that in a while, but I haven't done a prop episode, like a legit prop episode, for a long time. So, I'm sorry about that. I did make a few things, I just didn't film them, but I want to film this because it's a really big thing. It's really, really nice. It's a really nice prop, and I just wanted to film it. So, without further ado, here we go. So I'm going to be doing something a little different this time. Instead of just doing like just me holding the prop and showing it to you, I'm going to be doing like an in-depth review of what I did and pointing out all the different things. Also, I made this stand for it because it's a little too small for me to hold. So yeah, I made this a little too small. So it's a Clawshot from Twilight Princess, if you haven't guessed already. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. Yeah, okay. So first off, is what I started with. Is I made the claw head. I started with this this hexagon thing. It's like a compound hexagon, three-dimensional shape that I cut out and sanded, and it was really smooth. And then it was two pieces. I glued them together, and then put the bottom facets on this side and put the upper facets on that side. And then I made these claws. Like, I drew my own template. I didn't take a template from the internet. I drew my own template for that. I cut them out of this like PVC board or something. My dad had it lying around. He wasn't using it. It was just a scrap. So I cut all of them out of that. And since it's PVC, it's got like a little bit of a texture on the inner inside of it. So when I painted it and distressed it, it looked like beaten wrought iron or like weathered steel or something. So I really like that. And same thing with these little J-shaped brackets. I made that out of the same stuff. This is actually hot glue, though it looks like welds. Like, it looks like it's welded to that. And I use these washers that are kind of like beveled a bit, so they look pretty cool. I just hot glued it together. It doesn't open or close, unfortunately. I should probably make it do that somehow. Anyway, trying to move the camera with my chin. The little spike on the middle, I just made that out of a piece of wood, sanded it into a cone. Repeated the process of making the claw and hot gluing the pieces together for all that. Then I took a little piece of like 3/4 diameter PVC, and I cut off a little bit of it and then sanded some facets into it. Let's see if I can get a better angle. Yeah, you can see they're a little bit cut into it like that. Then I hot glued that piece. Where's my finger? Sorry, I'm looking through the viewfinder instead of at the prop. This is I hot glued that to that, and this piece isn't just hot glued to this piece. I actually drilled a hole in this piece and like stuck a piece of PVC that was the same diameter as the inside of that, and made a hole there and like fit it into there. This piece was a bit of a pain in the butt to make. The little like cut-ins there, I had to yikes and mikes. I'm just remembering how awful it was. So I made this shape. Just cut out a piece of wood and like cut it out with the bandsaw, and made it into a cylinder. Then I cut the facets on it to make it like this one's actually an octagon. I made it 2 sides too many. And then I dug out this with I took my pocket knife, cut a square, and just kept on digging out and digging out and digging out until it was deep enough. And then I just I painted the whole thing at the same time. Just kind of a base layer of black, and then rubbed some silver onto it and make it look like beaten metal, which is really awesome. I really like it. Really like how it came out. It's pretty cool. I love it. I especially like how the hot glue looks like welds. That was one of my favorite things. Also, the actual body of it, this piece, that's one piece of PVC in the middle joining the two. That's the same diameter as the outside of that. I actually traced that and made the circle based on it to fit inside. And then I the PVC, I sanded the top of it for the top one, and then I put hot glue on it, and then like smoothed it down with my thumb while it was still hot, and kind of burned my thumb a bit. But then it sanded it down some more so it looked like it was just one big bevel, and did the same thing with the bottom but without the bevel, just kind of rounded off the edges. And then I actually, the engraving was pretty cool. I didn't have an engraving bit, so I just took an old drill bit and broke the end off of it and just chucked it into my Dremel, and just kind of like held the Dremel like a pencil as I was tracing the design, and I just did that for it. And I sprayed gold spray paint over the whole thing, and just kind of like dry brushed some brown over it so that the gold stayed in the recesses and the bronze hit the high parts. So that's how I got that type of thing going for it. The chain links were kind of a pain in the butt. I made the full chains out of foam, and the little half ones that connect them out of the more of the PVC stuff. And the foam I used was this insulation foam, the pink pink insulation foam, the rigid stuff. And let me just tell you, if you're working with that stuff to make props, everything, I mean everything, eats it. Spray paint eats it. Fiberglass resin eats it. Spray mount eats it. Just anything, like any aerosol, anything that has solvent or anything in it eats it. So just remember to seal it before you do anything to it. So I just I covered it in black acrylic paint before I spray painted them silver, and it's still kind of like ate a little bit because the paint wasn't completely dry. But then that's why I used the PVC for the little connecting ones, because I was sick of it. So I just used the PVC for that. And the back gauntlet part, let me just kind of position that like that. As you can see, it's kind of like curved like that. It's actually a piece of PVC. I was thinking of ways to do it, and I was thinking about making it out of foam or making it out of maybe some like wood or something. I tried making it out of masonite board. That didn't really work. So I cut the shape out of, let me turn it like this. I cut this shape with like that on it out of PVC, and then actually to get the swoop on it, I heated it up with a torch, like an actual propane torch, and kind of like bent it while it was mushy, and then I like stuck it in the sump, which is like my my cool off tank, because it's just kind of there filled with water, so I just dump it in there. It cooled down, became stiff, and that's how I formed that. Then I spray painted it. Actually, I kind of used black acrylic paint over it, and then I brushed some brown and some gold on it, and then I cut this weird carving thing out of foam and rubbed some gold spray paint onto that, and then hot glued that down to the PVC, and then it was done. I just finished this like 2 or 3 hours ago. Just kind of lazy watching YouTube before I made the video. Yeah, sorry about the lack of videos lately. I'm just kind of had a whole bunch of school going on, and need to focus on that instead of making these. And I also made a stand for it, like I said during the beginning of the video, because it's kind of too small for me to fit my hand inside the this part to make a fist and hold it. So yeah, thank you. Let me show you me holding it. Raise the tripod a bit. Is that as high as it goes? That's as high as it goes. Hold on just a second. Pull out the legs so I'm not giving you a seizure. Okie doke. Hi again. Here it is. Scale on me. This is what it looks like. It's kind of, yeah, it's too small. That's, I don't know. Could be good for like a 5-year-old who likes Zelda. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Leave prop suggestions down in the comments. I'll try to make them when I have time. And, yeah, Merry Christmas.